people on YouTube. Today, I, Hexadecimal, will be discussing and brewing a mead making kit from Brew. Let's dive into it, shall we? So, as you can see from this box, mead is honey wine made from bees. Brewed by me, or will be brewed by me. I'll get this process started up. Make your own honey wine. Honey is made by bees. And I really like how Brew decided to put a lot of honeycombs around the packaging of the box and how it's black and yellow. So I open up the box. We could also read around the box. Nectar of the gods. Mead is perhaps the original fermented beverage. Predating both wine and beer, it was sipped by the ancient Greeks, who considered it to be the drink of the gods, and by the Romans, Vikings, Ethiopians, and many other civilizations. Modern mead is a celebration of farm-to-table pursuits, with a local honey as the centerpiece of this fermented drink. While it is only made with honey, water, and yeast, there is a complexity in this mead's simplicity. Simplicity. Basic ingredients provide opportunity for creativity and experimentation, using fruit, spices, or unique varieties of honey. Suggestions included inside. With this exclusive kit, you have everything you need to ferment a gallon of still, semi-dry mead in just 4 weeks, using your favorite type of honey, clover, orange blossom, wildflower, you name it, and we will supply everything else. Experience required? None. Yield 1 gallon of mead. Estimate alcohol by volume? 11 to 12%. Ready to drink in 1 month. Easy peasy. All on the box. Every kit like this includes 1 gallon glass carboy, 1 airlock and stopper, 1 rack and cane and tubing, yeast and nutrient and sanitizer, funnel, guide to making mead. Note, honey not included. Source 2.5 pounds of honey from the supermarket or a local farm. How to make honey wine. Step 1. Mix local honey, water, and yeast. Step 2. Ferment. Step 3. Bottle. Please visit us online at craftedbrew.com. Made in the USA. Step 4. Enjoy the ingredients and other supplies. Enjoy for extra ingredients and other supplies. And I like how, there's bees on, the top of the box. I'll show it off in a second. And there's even a little sentence that says, "Let's get buzzed." I like that. So, when I first open it up, I get the guide to making mead. And a handy-dandy QR code on the back as well. So that is in there. And of course, if you need help, if there's anything damaged, missing, have any questions for us, message us through Amazon or email us at help@craftedbrew.com. The team is happy to assist right away. Email them an order with your order number and your shipping address and let us know how we can help. And I have to say, through my experience alone, Brew is very good at getting back to you in a timely manner. Pour yourself a cold one and tell us what you think. Of course, it's like Amazon, stuff like that. Amazon reviews from brewers like you help small businesses and others choose the homebrew kit that's best for them. Need bottles? Ready for a refill? Have any questions? Explore full range of our homebrew products and drop us a line. Brew, fermenting since 2010 in Orlando, Florida. craftedbrew.com. Help at craftedbrew.com. So I'm just reading all the stuff that you normally that comes out of the kit. So I'm reading all the stuff. It looks like I got a nutrient in the packet here. I got the yeast and a sanitizer and then the nutrient packets. Looks like everything is here. Step 1, no rinse sanitizer. Half a packet per gallon of water, save half for bottling. Of course, keep out the reach of children. Do not drink this stuff. It is sanitizer. Then we got our day one. Yeast nutrients to add to the carbo. I feel like I'm pronouncing this wrong. I feel like I'm pronouncing carboy wrong. I do apologize for mispronouncing things. I want to be as precise as possible. Note, the nutrients may harden or clump, but are perfectly fine to use. That's good to know. It seems very unclumpy right now. Day 2 and 5. Yeast nutrients. Add half of the to the carboy at step 8 and half at step 11. So it clearly explains all the steps and ingredients of what I like. And then, of course, this is the wine yeast. This is the strain of wine yeast that is used. Pardon my fingers getting in the way to read that. But this is the strain of wine yeast used. A D47. It's always good to know what strains of yeast you're using in case you want to do any research upon the yeast themselves. And if you need to refill, you want to refill and do another, make another gallon of Mead. And you just have to replace a few things. So let's get started, right? First, I'm checking all the equipment, make sure I have everything in there that comes with the kit. And it's not broken and or damaged. It should be fine. So I got the rack and cane coming out. I got extra paper, which is important for shipping. I got this awesome looking jug that looks completely, completely fine. No problem with shipping there. Problem in the tubes. It looks like I got everything. I got the funnel. Very useful funnel. Fits perfectly. This funnel, it's hard to see. Hold on, let me move the box out of the way. Airlock and stopper. And of course a QR code. Airlock and stopper. This funnel, what was I trying to say? Oh, it's still hard to see. Anyway, this funnel fits perfectly in this 1 gallon jug. Perfectly. I'm stressing this a little because I've had funnels that don't exactly fit what I want to funnel. If I want to put a liquid into something and the funnel doesn't fit right and it wobbles everywhere, or it's doesn't have the right, but this looks like the perfect funnel. So this perfect funnel for this gallon jug. 1 gallon for the Caramboy. I feel like, again, I'm going to be mispronouncing that name the whole time. Not intentionally, I just don't remember how it's pronounced, unfortunately. I'm going to put the box down for a moment. I like to keep the box available so when I'm done brewing my first mead, I can put it back in the box so it stays nice and safe and out of the way. And it does say let's get buzzed on this right here. Now it's hard to see. Sorry about that. My camera is really good quality, but the I don't have the best camera angle at the best of times sometimes. Working on better videos, guys. Working on better videos. So I myself was gifted this kit through my throne. So on Twitch, you can access like the throne on there through my About Me page. And then I put up a mead making kit because I like Crafted Brew and I like the company. And I've made kits with them before in the past. And I saw the mead making kit and I was like, yes, let's do that. So for my birthday, I was gifted this. And I was like, I'm so stoked to be showing it off to you guys on YouTube. So I immediately emailed Crafted Brew if it was okay to post a video on YouTube. They gave me the go-ahead to do so, so here's the video that I'm going to be posting on YouTube. So you watching this on YouTube, I appreciate you guys watching this on YouTube. But I am Hexadecimal, and if you want, you can follow me on Twitch. I stream on there from time to time. And, yeah. But let's get back to this for a moment, okay? Let's get back to the main asset of this video here. So, this is the bottle, and this is the airlock, and the plug, and the clip, and the stopper, the vacuum cane. Okay. Now, it's been a minute since I've made... Actually, it hasn't been that long, but it has been a minute since I've used the Crafted Brew kit. But it hasn't been that long since I fermented. I'm getting back into fermenting because now it's the winter time for me. So I feel like fermenting is better for me in the winter time because I'm more able to keep the temperature of the mead or whatever I'm fermenting at its correct temperature. And I'm able to, more easily for me to like take care of it better. Whereas when it's summertime, the temperatures are hotter, so I don't want this to like, it's easier to warm it up than it is to cool it down if I need to adjust the temperature or keep the temperature constant, which is what you're supposed to do for me. You're supposed to keep a constant temperature, which I'll go into in a moment as I break it down, to have it brew properly so you don't get any off flavors. Ferment properly for your brew, so your brew doesn't get any off flavors. So yeah, let's get into that, shall we? But yeah, I have to say, Crafted Brew is really good at getting back to you if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. I really like that about the company. Okay, so your mead making kit, right? We're going to dive into that. And I have the honey set aside. It is a local honey for me. It is not the honey that they used, because Crafted Brew has their own mead making kit video. If you want to check that out, you can. They use a certain honey there, which I saw, but it didn't have the exact amount that I needed, and I was going to need to buy like a couple bottles. So instead of buying like a few small bottles, enough to get them for the mead, I saw one that was the right size, but it was just a different brand. But it looks like a good quality honey. So I will not be showing off the honey that I got for the mead, just because I didn't ask permission if I could do so, and I don't want to give... I'm here to talk about Crafted Brew stuff, and I don't want to, like, ruffle any feathers with the, the advertising or something like that. Because this is not an advertisement. Believe it or not, this is not a sponsorship. This is me, Hexadecimal here, hello, making mead and showing it off on YouTube. So, this is just me being... This is a gift. Let me use this gift and show off this gift to the world, or whoever's watching on YouTube. Yeah. This gift was given to me, like I said earlier in the video. This gift was given to me by a person I didn't mention yet. I call them Cutesy, so you know who you are, Cutesy. And I appreciate you for giving me this gift for my birthday. It was a crowdfunded gift on my throne, but you were like, Nah, I'm paying for all of it. So I appreciate you doing that. And because you did that, I'm able to make a video like this. So, here we go. I'll open up this book. Guide to Making Mead. What's included? 1 gallon glass Cambrai, which we have. Airlock, which we have. The airlock. Rubber stopper, which we have. Rack and cane, which is here. And the tip, which is in there, this bag. Transfer tubing and cable and clamp, which is, this is the clamp, this is the white one. And the tubing is this one. This is the rack and cane, by the way. And a funnel, which is this, which I mentioned fits perfectly in the glass 1 gallon glass jug. I might just call it the 1 gallon glass jug because I am struggling and it does bother me that I can't pronounce carboy correctly. Because it is spelled C-A-R-B-O-Y, and I keep wanting to say carboy. Lavathin D47 yeast. Again, please forgive me for mispronouncing the terms and the words on here. Yeast nutrient, 2 packets, and sanitizer. And it's all alphabetical on this paper because it does say double check that everything below is present and in good condition. And if anything was damaged during the shipping process, please email us at craftybrew.com for assistance. So I like a company that takes accountability in their product. That's a good sign for a company. So we got all the stuff, and like I said, it looks like it's in good quality condition. Let me get this out of the bag though, so you guys can get a better look at it. I have to sanitize it anyway, so I might as well open it all up. So this is the airlock. It has a cap on it. Right, airlock has a cap on it. And what this does is when you put it on top of your 1 gallon glass jar, it will, when you have the stopper in place, of course, it will have, the air will go up, but no air will go in. It's good at it's good at burping your 1 gallon glass jar without actually burping your 1 gallon glass jar. And what burping is when you have like carbonation in like a swing top bottle or in a closed environment, and you have to like unscrew the lid and open it up and it'll burp. It'll make a burpy sound. But this does that for you, so you don't have to keep doing that. I'll explain more as I continue, because it does explain in the guide here. So this is like the clamp. It tightens as you use it. It's in good condition. This is in good condition. Yeah, I don't see anything broken or cracked or scratched. Yeah, everything is as it should be. Let me get this rack and cane out. It's essentially a giant straw. Essentially a giant straw. So, got that. I'm going to save this bag so when I put this stuff away, it all is nice and neat and organized. Set this bag aside for now, though. Okay, so we got all our stuff. We're all ready. Let's get back to the book. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but we're going to start up the whole day 1 process. And then there are going to be other videos for the following days. And I don't know if I can edit it together to make it more cohesive, or is this going to be one long thing? We'll see. I'm not making any promises. But yeah, so what you need, 8 16-ounce flip-top bottles, which I have. I have just acquired those, and you won't need them until a month. If you don't have them yet and you have this, you won't need it until after you start brewing it. Because it says the earliest is like a month, right, to get this out of here. So, like, you have, like, a good set of time to, like, research and then get it. But they have it on the website. So, but yeah, I have those. Yeah, I have 8 16-ounce flip top bottles. I have those. I didn't get those off the website. I did manage to have them. I did manage to acquire them though. There's usually local supply stores that have brewing, and they'll have bottles like that. Or again, you can get it like it said earlier on the need help card. You can get off Amazon. It's on there. It's all on there. There's ways of finding it. But again, that's on their website, so that's how you know it's good quality stuff. You get it straight from the source. And then 2.5 pounds of honey. So honey you can get locally or wherever you can. It does go into more in depth about the honey in the ingredient section in the second page right here, which is hard to see. Hold on. Right here, second page. I'll be reading that in just a moment. And then 1 gallon of sparkling water. So I got 1 gallon of sparkling water. I mean, spring water, excuse me. Not sparkling, no. Not sparkling water, spring water. Spring water. Again, a part of me in my misreadings, sometimes I am dyslexic and I'm, doing the best I can. So I will correct myself here and there. As needed. And then it says, want expert mead making advice? Scan for additional content delivered to your inbox. Master the art of mead on your first try. Sign up via QR code and we'll email you timely tips, useful techniques, and reminders to help you through your first batch. Yep. Which I'm totally going to sign up to make sure this is done right, correctly. Yep. Actually, I already did sign up. I just had to, yeah, I already did sign up. Already good. I just need to get the reminder started once I start getting it. Sanitation. So sanitation is very important. Like I said, I'm opening all these up because we got to sanitize them. Proper sanitation is the most important step of making mead. The most important step of the mead making process. Yeast is the only organism you want in contact with your mead. Any other bacteria can quickly spread, making the mead undrinkable. The sanitizer packet included with this kit contains enough solution for both step 1 and step 14. You'll use only half of the packet each time you sanitize equipment. Mixing the powder with 1 gallon of tap water. Equipment does not need to be rinsed after soaking in the sanitizing solution. Simply let the components dry on fresh paper towels. So, I believe we should sanitize these first. Well, let's go into the ingredients while let's go into the ingredients before that. Let's go right into the ingredients before that, and I'll sanitize it. I'll be on a quick, put it on a quick BRB, so that way you don't have to hear the running water. Because it does get kind of loud right near the microphone. So, good. I'm trying to save your guys' eardrums a little bit. We'll get that going in a moment. So the ingredients, right? Mead is a complex beverage made from simple ingredients, honey, yeast, and water. With this kit, you'll be crafting a still, not sparkling, semi-dry mead. Oh, with this kit, you'll be crafting a still, not sparkling. Still means not sparkling. Semi-dried mead. If you prefer a sweeter mead, see page 6 for tips. And I'll get to more of that in a moment, because I will get to that in a moment. Honey. You will need 2.5 pounds of your preferred honey. Its flavor profile will be the foundation of your mead. So feel free to use any variety: orange blossom, clover, wildflower, you name it. More information about honey on page 6. Let's already switch to page 6 then. Where I will add it, which is on this side. It's actually the final page. Well, final page is the back, but choosing your honey. We recommend using 100% natural honey for the best results. Here's what you can expect from a few of the varieties. Clover. Classic and widely available, it's sweet with a gentle tangy aftertaste. Orange blossom. Floral, fruity, and citrusy. This variety is best sourced from a reputable supplier or a local farm, as it can often be artificially flavored, which is not what you want in your mead. Buckwheat, dark, strong, earthy, and slightly spicy, best used in combination with another variety of honey for balance. And I hope it's pronounced turbolito. Floral, often sweet and more buttery than other honey varieties. Wildflower, flowers of very variety, and no two batches are alike. Oh, variety regionally. This is the name given to the honey made from the nectar of multiple flowers. And meadow form. Tastes like toasted marshmallows and smells like vanilla. Ooh! I did not get meadow form honey, but that would be, I think once I make this first batch of mead, if I can obtain that type of honey, I might make another batch with that one. So this is the honey. Sorry if it'd be hard to read. I can get you close up on there, but that's just the recipe variants. Okay, so Clyster, Cyster, again, apologize for the mispronunciation. A mead fermented with apples is called a Cyster. I'm going to call it cider. To make a Cyster, follow our instructions manual. Just use apple juice or cider instead of sparkling water. No juice adds fermentable sugar and 5% alcohol by volume. So your mead will need to ferment for an additional month before bottling. Use preservative-free juice, no potassium sorbate, to make a spiced Cyster. Add a cinnamon stick to the carboy in the last week of fermentation. So, funny enough, even though I have a gallon of water, I'm actually going to use, I do have a half gallon of apple cider, which it's 100% unfiltered apple cider, not from concentrate, which I will be using for this honey wine. So I am actually going to do, and I can do half and half. I emailed Crafty Brew, and they said, yes, it's good, you can do half and half. It's still recommended that you do go for another month. At least. Even though it's half a gallon. But yeah, it doesn't contain, I've read the ingredients several times. It's just 100% cider. Ingredients: unfiltered apple cider pressed from whole fresh apples, ascorbic acid, and vitamin C. That is the only thing it has in there. It doesn't have any potassium sorbate in there at all. Just ascorbic acid and vitamin C. So, and it should be good. It is pasteurized, and it's wants to be kept refrigerated after opening and consumed within 10 days. As I read the bottle, but again, this is for mead making purposes, so it should be totally okay. Because most apple ciders have to be refrigerated after opening anyway. But again, we're making mead, so again, totally okay. Yeah, no sugar or sweeteners added, no colors added, very low sodium, GMO free, and gluten free. And again, this is my first making of mead, so any questions, comments, concerns, I went to the Crafted Brew and I asked them directly. So if I was anxious and was unsure, I could always just do a whole 1 gallon, but of just water, but spring water. But I want to do half and half because I don't want my mead so dry. I want it a little sweet. There's also a Mormel, Melomel. A mead fermented with fruit is called a molmel. Melomel, I think. To make a melomel, add 1 to 2 pounds of fruit to the carboy after 2 weeks of fermentation. This prevents fruit flavors from being fermented out. Fruit should be pureed, strained, and then boiled for 5 minutes. Let it completely cool before adding to the carboy. This reduces the risk of contamination from wild yeast on fruit skins. Be sure to reduce your spring water volume accordingly on day 1 to leave enough room for added fruit. Allow mead to age on the fruit for 3+ weeks before bottling. I will not be doing the fruit thing. It's a little extra steps, it's more intensive. This batch. I might be doing a fruit thing next batch, but for this batch, no. Just the apple cider. And it's only half gallon, so just a little. You can also do what's called back sweetening. Homemade mead is natural, semi-dry. To craft a sweeter finished product, try back sweetening, a technique used by commercial meaders. Use our back sweetening kit, which I did not have, so I will not be doing back sweetening, which includes everything you need: potassium sorbate stabilizer and 12 ounces of clover honey sweetener. Follow this instruction manual as usual and put up until bottling day. Back sweetening is done after fermentation is complete, but before bottling. Siphon fermented mead off of its sediment and into a secondary sanitized jug. Stir in stabilizer, which prevents yeast from re-fermenting. Let mead stabilize for 24 hours with the airlock installed. Per your designated levels of sweetness, dissolve 4 ounces, 8 ounces, or 12 ounces of honey in 6 ounces of hot water before adding to the stabilized mead. Bottle as usual. Note: if you don't back sweeten the entire batch, you can alternately back sweeten in your glass by adding honey, fruit juice, or other flavors to taste. So that's good. I don't have a second 1 gallon glass jug, so I'll not be doing that either, but that is also an option. I just want to see what the tastes like. Also, like variants on honey. So I'm just gonna try basic steps. The first go around. Basic-ish. So I am doing an apple cider. So we'll go back to the beginning. Yeast. So we finished talking about honey. So yeast. Yeast is a living organism, technically a fungus. Hey, it's a fungi. Best fungus among us. That converts sugar from honey into alcohol, releasing CO2 in the process. The lavin, D47 yeast, which I'll probably just call it the D47 yeast strain, in this kit leaves some residual sweetness and honey aroma in the finished product. Excellent. Yeast nutrients. These additives keep the yeast healthy throughout fermentation. Honey isn't as naturally nutrient dense as other fermentable sugars, like beer, malt, or wine grapes, so you have to add some nutrients. Note: the nutrients may harden or clump, but are perfectly fine to use. Water. Besides honey, water is the fermentation for your mead. For best results, use spring water. If your tap water is filtered, safe to drink, it's only if your tap water is filtered and safe to drink, and it tastes fine, you can use it. If you don't like drinking out of your own tap water, do not use it for mead. It's not going to make your tap water taste better, and it'll make your mead go bad, or taste bad. So, anyway, do not use distilled water. It's stripped of minerals needed for fermentation. Fermentation. Here we go. Day 1. Day 1. Making the must. M-U-S-T. Making the must. It's a must that we make the must. I also like how they there's like honeycombs and like honey dripping over here. Like I really like the artwork that they did. Like the marketing and the artwork that they did for this. Like you got your standard 1 gallon glass jug that has obviously hops on it. The hops logo. It's not a specific one for the mead. It's one for anything. I kind of like that. I kind of like that it's just like, you know, you don't have to get a specific one. Like if you already have like if you had another beer making kit and it came with this, because it's a beer making kit, you could use it for mead. Like if you already had like a kit, you might need the book, but you can also get the book online, crafterbrew.com. So like you're good to go. Like once you have your first kit, sky's the limit on stuff you can do. Very universal. I like that. Day 1. Making the must. Sanitize your carboy, stopper, airlock and funnel, by dissolving half the sanitizer packet in 1 gallon of tap water in a large pitcher or bucket. Reserve the other half for bottling day. Soak equipment for at least 60 seconds in the sanitizing solution and let dry on fresh paper towels. No need to rinse, which is what I'm going to do right now. And I'll put you on a quick BRB because it's going to be rushing water. And I want to save you guys' eardrums. Okay, I used the 1 gallon jug. I'm back. I used the 1 gallon jug to measure out the water. I have 1 gallon of water. Then I'm going to use half a packet of this yeast, and I'm going to make sure all this is sanitized. Pouring the water out. Right, add half of the sanitizer, which is why I kept the bag. I know I had these in there, but these ones still have the stuff, so I'm going to keep that separate. Half a pack. I used about warm water. I used warm water for this. Half a pack. That looks about like half to me. Half a pack. Sanitizer. I'll put in a baggie. Keep it safe in there. Air out. Set that aside. I don't need to sanitize this too, but it doesn't hurt to sanitize it twice. I'll sanitize it when I need it, just to get it off the table here. I'll put everything in the sanitizer. So that's all nice and sanitized. And while that's sanitizing, I'm gonna sanitize a paper towel. I'm gonna sanitize the surface with the paper towel that is sanitized. Make sure that is clean, because I did have the box on there. Clean the whole surfaces. Clean the air. A little joke. A little sanitize joke. But it's very important. Very important. Clean underneath. Clean everything, you know? Clean it all. Clean it all. Set that aside. Put fresh paper towels or napkins so it can dry. This stuff dry. Get my hands all sanitized as well. So don't recontaminate anything. Don't drop your don't accidentally drop your mead making kit guide in your sanitizer solution. It is not, it will it won't be good. It will be sanitized, but it won't be, it's not a waterproof. Don't recommend doing that. Getting the sanitizer in the gallon jug. I'm giving the jug, I don't have enough in the sanitizer. I don't have enough sanitizer in the jug. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. I'm trying to get enough in there, and I'm gonna like give it a good shakety shake. It's not a lot, like you say, not a lot in there. I just spilled some of it out. Because I got a little extra. a little extra there. Okay, let me just get more in the bottle there. Because this is the main vessel it's going to be in, I want to make sure it's really sanitized. Alright, let me grab some extra paper towels. And we should be good to go. Gotta dry off my hands because I don't want to get the book wet. But yeah, this should be good to go. Good to go. Good to go. This video is going to be mostly silent. Hopefully just me talking about mead making processing. Me fermenting some mead. Hopefully. I usually have music going on if I do stream on Twitch, but for this video purpose, I do not. There is music on the Craft Brew video though, so just pointing that out there. Should I give this a good shakety shake? As you can see, I'm really concerned about the sanitation in there. Actually, I just had an idea. Because it's 1 gallon, but it's a bit shallow for this. Since this is meant to use as the, to put in the bottles, I'm going to use it to put into the fermenting solution in here. Because it does work with gravity. So, I'm gonna put the ferment, gonna put the sanitizer in here with the tubing. The tubing fits on the vacuum cane. I'm just gonna do it in reverse. Just gonna do it in reverse. Which is a lot harder to do. But it's working. Okay. It's not working as fast as I thought, but that's because, again, it's it's like it's reverse. It's trying to go up instead of go down. It's like the gravity is being gravity, which is going down, you know, pulling it down. Did manage to get some in there though. Should be enough to swirl it around. Swirl it around. That's why they recommend you use a bin or something in the instructions. Don't be like me and make it more difficult for yourself. I'm like, I'm really sanitizing the bottle. 1 gallon glass jug. Yeah, it's definitely sanitized right now. Okay. Gotta let it dry. Do I dare let it set upside down? Do I dare let it do this? This is made out of glass. Do I dare do this? I do dare, but I won't have it there though. Not unintended. Okay, so, drying. Drying my hands before I grab the, back to the kit. Unfortunately, I did get a little sanitized. I even got the paper sanitized. That's how serious I am about sanitation. I'll even get the booklet sanitized. Give me one moment. I'm just going to dry it off real quick. It should be fine. I just got it a tad wet. A tad wet. Okay. Alright. No need to rinse. Soak the equipment for at least 60 seconds in the sanitizing solution and let dry on fresh paper towels. No need to rinse. At least 60 seconds. I know I didn't set a timer, but I believe I let it soak for at least 60 seconds. Gather 2.5 pounds of honey and 1 gallon of spring water. Pour only a half gallon of water into the sanitized jug using the funnel. So the funnel is still a little wet, a little dry. Sanitized solution dries rather quickly. Which is nice. Okay, so I put the tubing over here. And then move this over here, rack and cane over here. Okay, you guys can see that a little bit better. Okay, got it. Half a gallon. Using the funnel, which the funnel is attached. The funnel is attached. Alright, the water is right to the top. Very carefully. Okay, I believe that is half a gallon. I believe that is half a gallon of water added to the thingy. The thingy. I mean the 1 gallon glass jar. I believe that is a half a gallon added to the 1 gallon glass jar. I believe. I believe that is about half according to the gallon. Because I think the 1 gallon mark is here. Actually, a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay, that's it. Because I am adding the apple cider. I'm adding the apple cider. Okay. Using the funnel. Pour about 1/3 of the honey into the carboy and plug the top with a sanitized stopper. And covering the hole with a clean thumb, swirl and shake the honey until the honey is completely dissolved. That's step 2. Okay, so I only need to add 1/3 of the honey. Okay. Sanitize. Dry. Open honey. Give me 1 moment to open the honey. Pardon the delay. The honey is a little stubborn to open. Just a little stubborn to open. Got it. Okay, so 1/3. And this is 2.5 pounds of honey. Yeah. Okay, 1/3. 1/3 of honey. Look at that honey slowly go into that jug. Slowly going into the jug. Slowly going into the jug. We gotta swirl and shake until the honey is completely dissolved. With a clean thumb, which is, I dipped in sanitizer. And a clean stopper, which is also sanitized. Look at it go, look at it go, look at it go. Still going. Still going. Make sure both hands are nice and clean. Dry. It's still going. Still going. Stopping a little. I don't want to waste a drop. Clearly, I do not want to waste a drop. So I'm going to put this funnel on top of the honey. So that way I can do the next step, which is plugging it with the plug. Thumb over the top. Finger in the loop. And shake. And if done right, it won't get everywhere. Prepare yourselves for an arm workout. So the honey is dissolved, guys, until the honey is dissolved. That's what I like about making your own fermenting kits. One of the things I like about making your own fermented kits, it's a labor of love. Like making sourdough bread. I like fermenting things. You get a good arm workout in the process. And you get to drink wine afterwards? Yeah, when it's done fermenting. Alright. I don't know about you guys, but I think this is pretty well mixed. Take out the stopper. Set it down. Because we're going to be doing it. Continue to add the rest of the honey, 3/4 at a time, shaking to dissolve each time. You now have must. A winemaker's trim for unfermented wine. A winemaker's term, not trim, sorry, term for unfermented wine. Okay, so put the funnel back. Add another third of the honey. And how I'm measuring it is actually filling up the funnel, because the funnel is about, I think, about a third. And when I get the funnel full, or almost the top, I don't want overfilling, I stop. And I'm like, okay, that's about a third of the honey. And then I'll shake it from there. And if it's not, then I'll do it more than 3 times. And it's fine with me, because I don't know if you guys can tell, but I could use a little extra muscle on my arms. That's cool. You know? A little extra muscle on my arms would be cool. I might have to fight somebody off because they want to take this delicious meat from me, which I wouldn't blame them, but at the same time, it's like, I'll give you the mead. I'd be more happy to share my mead with you, as long as you're above the age of 21, obviously, because this is an alcoholic beverage. Not meant for individual sale at all. Not meant to be sold. This is meant to be enjoyed by your friends and family. Now we're watching the honey go all the way down to the glass jar. Down the glass jar, you can see the foam at the top, at least I can. Wait until all the honey goes down, and then we'll start again. Rinse my hands again, just to make sure they are sanitized properly. Everything's going according to the recipe. It's still going. It's about like more than halfway through the funnel right now. It's collecting at the bottom. You see the bottom is getting a little darker than the rest. Gotta make sure that's all, I want to say homogenized, but I don't know if that is the correct word. Gotta be our own blenders. Gotta mix it up. So we're continuing with step 3. I'm gonna read ahead for step 4. We're continuing step 3. So step 3, right there, and it's continued right here, and then we're going to start step 4, which is right here. Oh good, it's almost done. Before adding more spring water, which at this point I'm going to add the cider. I'm going to add the cider after I'm done with the honey. Before adding more spring water, add the entire packet of day 1 nutritional, not nutritional yeast. Actually, hold on a minute. This is done, so I'm gonna shake it up, and then I'll read step 4. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, I guess, shall we? I'm really excited, but let's not get too ahead. I'll read step 4 when I add the last third of the honey. Right now it's shaking time. As you can see, the honey is around the bottom and not mixed with the water. So let me do that. So you can see it's on the bottom. Really shake it up. really shake it up. Like, really go for it. Alright, did we get it all? Did I miss some? I missed a little on the bottom. Yeah, a little on the bottom. Stay on the bottom. The more we shake up now, when we add the third of the batch, we'll have less to shake up. Because if we shake it up, it's a lot easier to shake it up. Third at a time. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, put the funnel back on. Put the rest of the honey in there. I measured it out according to a third of a time. I think I did. I'm just running out of honey on this, so that's good. I got the as you can see, it's like a very light amber looking honey, the color consistency. It's I haven't actually tried this honey on its own, which is probably what I should have done, so that way I know what it's gonna taste like. But yeah, I got just about all of it out of the container. A little bit left in there, stuck in there. I might actually put the I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some of the water in there and then shake it up so I can get the rest of the residual amount of honey out of there. Or, so I'm shaking it up anyway in the glass, in 1 gallon glass jar. Or I can sanitize a spatula and then I can get it out of there. The rest out of there. Oops. Or I can just continue to hold it and hope it pours out on its own, which it's actually doing. Okay. Most, if not all, the honey. I'll wait for it to go down the funnel. I will sanitize my hands again for the thumb, for the stopper. Okay. Wait for the honey to go all the way down the jar before giving it a good and proper shake. Somehow I managed to get honey on the instruction booklet. And on the outside of the glass jar. Just gonna sanitize that off real quick. So step 4, before adding more spring water, add the entire packet of day 1 nutritional yeast. So I keep saying nutritional yeast, sorry about that. It's day 1 yeast. It's actually highlighted in yellow. I keep saying nutritional yeast. I apologize for that. I think because it's highlighted in yellow, my brain thinks nutritional yeast is yellow. Before adding more spring water, add the entire packet of day 1 yeast nutrients to the carboy and shake to dissolve. The other packet of yeast nutrients will be used on day 2 and day 5 of fermentation. Add the entire packet of day 1. But first, we shake this. I sanitize my hands again. Dry them off. And I take the funnel. Put the stopper in. Put my thumb over the hole. And I give it a shakety shake. Look at all that stuff we gotta get out of there. Look at all that honey that is to be incorporated in. I got a jar of delicious honey water. I got a jar of delicious honey water. I forgot what it's called, so I'm looking it up in the book. Must. I got a jar of delicious M-U-S-T must. I got a jar of must. I got a jar of must. I'm shaking it up. It's a must. Don't make a fuss. Have some must in a jar. Singing a song that I made up on the bee. Bumblebee. Honeybee. It looks a lot like apple cider. Take a couple of breaths. Take a couple of in and out breaths. Because you gotta breathe all the time. You gotta make sure you're breathing while you're shaking. When I get out of breath. Like, did I get all that stubborn? Did I get all that in there? Feel free to leave a comment. She didn't shake it enough. Just be kind in the comment section, please. Please. Alright. I now have must. M-U-S-T. A winemaker's term for unfermented wine. Okay, so took the stopper off. I'm gonna sanitize my hands again. I'm gonna add the day 1 packet of the yeast. of the yeast. Oop, I grabbed both packets of yeast. Put back, please. Thank you. Okay, day one. So you can see it's day one. Day one. Day one, yeast nutrients. Add to the carboy in step 4. Day one. You hungry? I got you the nutrients of the yeast. Look at that yeast. What a tasty snack for this must. Empty. As you can see, is empty. Completely empty. Right. Day one added. Sanitize my hands again. Because again, you can never be too sanitized. Before adding more spring water, you add the entire packet, the step 4, of day 1 nutrients, yeast nutrients, to the carboy, and shake to dissolve. The other packet of yeast nutrients will be used on days 2 and day 5 of fermentation. So shake to dissolve. I got a jar of must. I got a jar of must. Hey, look, everyone on YouTube, I got a jar of must. M-U-S-T. M-U-S-T. Unfermented wine. And I put my day 1 nutrients in of yeast. And I gave it a shake. Take the stopper out. Put the funnel back over. And now I'm going to add my apple cider vinegar. I mean, not vinegar, excuse me. Sorry. Again, misspoke. I misspoke. Apple cider. Apple cider. Not vinegar. It's apple cider. I assure you this is apple cider. This is half a gallon. I should be able to add all of it. All of it to the top. Now add spring water to the carboy until you reach the 1 gallon fill line just above the raised letters on the carboy. 1 gallon fill line just above these raised letters right here, which is just out of view. Place the stopper back in, cover the hole, and shake for a full minute. A full minute! This gives the yeast plenty of oxygen to begin fermentation. Cut open the Lavithan D47 yeast packet and add entire continents to the carboy. Assemble and fill the airlock with the water and gently insert it into the stopper. So you don't need to push hard. Place the stopper in the carboy. It'll stick out a bit, drying the stopper inside the lip of the carboy with a paper towel to help it stay in place. Okay, so above the raised letters. just above the raised letters. It's at the raised letters with the foam from the, just above. I'd say that's just above. Actually, it's right at. Right at there. It is just above. Just above. Just above. That's definitely just above. That's definitely just above. I don't want to go any more than that. I didn't even use all the apple cider. I think I used more water, but that's okay. That's okay. Just above. I don't want to go any further. Just above. Because the letter is right here and the foam is right here. So that's just above. So I'm measuring it by the foam. Which is just above. Okay. So we're going to place the stopper back in and then add it for a full minute. I'm going to set a timer. You're going to hear a beep, a few beeps, for a full minute. Gave myself actually 2 minutes because it would take me a couple of seconds to put the stopper in. And sanitize my hands again. Sanitize my hands again, dry them off. Put the stopper in. Right, shaking time. Shaking time. Get the oxygen, please. Get the oxygen, please. It's a lot heavier and a lot harder to shake, and I don't have my thumb exactly in place, so I spilled just a little couple of drops. Timer's going to go off in about 27 seconds. And I hope I've been shaking this enough. It's a little heavy. I'm going to switch hands, but both my thumbs are clean. So it's not a problem. Live, please, live, yeast. Shaking you for nutrients. Alright, beeped. I spilled a little on the outside and I'll wipe it off with sanitizer. Okay. Leaving the stopper in place. I hear ya. Okay. Got that. Sanitizing my hands again. Making sure they're nice and sanitized. Nice and sanitized, and drying them on paper towels. Giving these plenty of oxygen to begin fermentation. Cut open the lavithin, Lalvin D47 yeast packet, and add entire continents to the carboy. Assemble and fill the airlock. Okay, so we don't have to shake it again right now, but we do have to add this one. I do apologize for mispronunciation. It says rehydrate before use. Also says keep refrigerated. Also says keep refrigerated. I ripped it open. Did not need to cut that open. As I knock everything over. So this is the yeast. As you can see, it's definitely yeast. Let's put that in. And it does, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it does look a bit different from the other yeast. Set that aside, as you can see. Empty. And in there. D47. Sitting right on top. Just gonna wipe around the bottle a little. Okay. Sanitizing my hands again. Sanitizing my hands again. Okay. Assemble and fill the airlock with water and gently insert it into the stopper. You don't need to push hard. Stopper in the carboy. Place the stopper in the carboy and it'll stick out a bit. Drawing the stopper inside the lip of the carboy, the paper towel will help it stay in place. So, I'm gonna sanitize the stopper again. And I'm gonna dry it off. Gonna dry off the inside. Assemble this. So this goes like this. And you don't have to push hard. It's really just twist. So it's in place. And this goes like that. And not the other way around because it won't fit. And you put this on top of that. But before you put water in that on top. Like so. I'm going to put the water, which is the water I got, that is the spring water. And there is a line. You fill it right at the line. Fill line. Lid on. Just making sure I didn't overfill it. It's right at the fill line. Actually, slightly above the fill line. That should do it. Okay. Right. Gently place the stopper in the camber. It stuck out a bit, and then dried it. I dried it, got it. Step 6. Set an alarm for 24 hours from now. Okay? Set an alarm for 24 hours from now. That's when you'll need to add the next dose of yeast nutrients, which is day 2. Day 2. It says 2, and notice it says 2 and 5 on here. So we're only adding day 2. Now, I've read this manual a couple of times. That's why I knew I needed how much honey I needed, and I've also watched the video on craftedbrewer.com. So this is going to be the end of this video for now, because step 6 won't happen for 24 hours from now. That's when you'll need, so it's for 24 hours, that's when we'll add the step 2 yeast ingredients. So in the next video, we'll add step 2 yeast ingredients, and then the mead will need to cool. This mead will need to be in a cool, dark place to ferment for the next 30 days. The ideal fermentation temperature ranges is between 63 to 70 degrees. Fermenting in too warm a temperature can cause unpleasant flavors or aromas, which is exactly why I like to do it in the wintertime, because it's a lot easier to keep it at a warm temperature than cool it down. Because once it hits too high, it can be awful. It can be unpleasant flavors and aromas. And so join me for my next video, which will be day 2, and it'll be talking about the degassing part. The degassing part will be day 2. This concludes step 1. Day 1. This concludes day 1 of the mead making kit. But please join me for the next video, which will be tomorrow. Or I don't know when I'm posting this on. I don't know when it's going to go live on YouTube. But look forward to the next video. Because this actually isn't live right now. This is not live. This is a pre-recorded video. That I have Hexadecimal have created for you. So this craftedbrewer.com for any more information. Please visit craftedbrewer.com for any more information. I am very excited about this mead making kit. So in conclusion, I am Hexadecimal. Hello. I was gifted a mead making kit through my throne. I normally stream on Twitch. I'm posting this video on YouTube. It's pre-recorded. I hope you guys enjoyed. Look forward to the next video about this mead making process. Hope you guys are staying safe and taking care of yourselves. And remembering to hydrate. I'm going to leave this here for now. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this mead making process. I know I'm enjoying this mead making process, and I'm excited to make another video for you guys for step 2. Day 2. And yeah, I think this is going to be pretty cool. This whole process is very fascinating and fun to watch. The airlock, what the airlock does is all this is fermenting right now. So air pockets are going to build up. They're going to go out. They're going to try to go out. They're going to go out to the airlock. Nothing else is coming back in. So it's preventing anything outside going back in. It's a one-way valve. So yeah, but thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch if you prefer, whatever the case may be. This has been Hexadecimal, and I started making some mead. Thanks to a craft brew and this mead making kit, and Cutesy, who gifted me this on Throne. Thanks, Cutesy. I appreciate all you guys for watching. I hope you're hydrating, staying safe out there. All the good stuff. And drink responsibly, please. It's always important to drink responsibly. And all that good things. Alright, that concludes today's video. Hexadecimal is over and out.